Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. We have the Blue Eye Structure deck coming out in a week, February 13th or 14th, depending on EU or NA. So basically next week, Friday, we have a new structure deck coming out. And I want to go through in this video what cards you got to pick up beforehand to be able to play the deck at its peak level. Okay, and at its peak level, I think that you're going to need to play the Primite cards, which is unfortunate if you're on a budget, because those cards are damn expensive. But I want to tell you what to play, from the peak level, and then we can work our way back down to a budget if we can't afford those. But I want to let you know what the best way to play the deck is. So, starting off, I am going to go over any cards you have to pick up that are not already included in the structure deck. I'm going to assume you're going to pick up 3 of the structure deck on release to be able to get all the cards you need out of it. But these are all the cards you're going to have to pick up that are not already included. Starting with, of course, Lord of D and Flute of Summoning Dragon. Just kidding, we're not playing those cards. I just wanted to give a little shout out to the OGs. Okay, let's talk about Primite. Primite needs 3 copies of Barrel. Okay, this is going to be your main normal summon of the deck. It's going to be able to get you to your Primite cards in the deck, which are going to be Lordly Load, which is absolutely bonkers expensive right now. It's like $80 a copy or something like that, which is ridiculous because it was like $5 on release. Yeah, this one summons it searches a Primite card, and it also summons out a normal monster sometime in your turn. But after you summon out a normal monster, you can't use any special summon monster's effects, which is okay. So it'll summon out a Blue Eyes from your deck, which is very strong. So yeah, Lordly Load and Barrel are the core of the Primite engine, and then we're also going to be looking at the other cards that Primite plays to support their style, which is going to be Drill Beam. This card's very good. It's a negate and a banish on a quick play spell, which is phenomenal. Okay, so Drill Beam is like a one-of probably. It's like a few bucks. I don't know. It's an ultra rare. We can also think about picking up Roar. Roar will summon out a Blue Eyes from your deck, and this one's not always played because there's so many ways to already do that built into the Blue Eye strategy. So Roar is not super necessary, but it also provides an interruption by essentially destroying any normal summon monster your opponent, or any monster your opponent normal summons, which is pretty good. So yeah, it's a kind of a trade-off. Like, do we need more ways to summon out Blue Eyes, or is it worth having that interruption? There's also Primite Howl. You can play as a trap card. This one's kind of like a side deck option, but essentially you can banish it from your graveyard to take control of one of your opponent's monsters. I don't know. I don't think that it's going to be very relevant because it has to take control of something with more attack than a normal monster, and you have Blue Eyes, which is 3,000 attack. So yeah, this one's probably not going to be played. But yeah, that wraps up the Primite section. Like, at the highest, best level, you got to play these Primite cards to have this Blue Eyes deck be like super competitive with stuff like Ryzeal and Malice. And that's unfortunate from a budget perspective, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, the next card we're going to need is Bingo Machine Go. This one is going to add you a Blue Eyes monster or a spell trap that mentions Blue Eyes, which is going to be most of your deck. So it's really good consistency. I don't think it's included in the structure, but I think it got a reprint recently and it's super cheap. So I would pick up 3 of these cards just to have them and have them ready to rock and roll. The next card we're going to talk about is going to be Dominus Purge. Okay, this is another budget unfriendly card that is going to be played in Blue Eyes. Dominus Purge is the Dominus card that stops your opponent from adding something from deck to hand. And after that, you can only use, Light, Wind, and Earth effects for the rest of the turn. Luckily, unluckily, all of your Blue Eyes stuff is Light attribute, and then we have Primite Barrel, which is Earth, so this card does not conflict at all with your deck. So Dominus Purge is going to be played straight up. Like, at the highest level of Blue Eyes, you're going to have to play Dominus Purge. This card's like $40 right now, probably because of the hype for this deck. But yeah, think about picking this up, or if you have an opportunity, or maybe like you have Impulse and you want to play Blue Eyes, maybe trade your Impulses for Purges or something like that. You know, if you're in that kind of situation. The next card we're going to talk about is Synchro Rumble. This one is going to revive a level 7 or 8 Dragon Synchro Monster. Yeah, this one is playable because we have... This one's going to revive a tuner out of your graveyard, and you're going to have a lot of those. Because all the Blue Eyes, like, support cards are tuners, the level 1 tuners. We have Neo Kaiser Seahorse, that's a level 4 tuner. So this one's going to be kind of nice. And the reason we play this one instead of something like Monster Reborn or whatever is because it's searchable by Crimson Dragon. So this is another card we're going to be playing in the extra deck that I'm going to get to in a second. But yeah, if you summon Crimson, you can at least search this Monster Reborn card. And it's like, it's usually going to be live because you can like normal summon one of your like level 1 Blue Eyes tuners and then link it off for the new Link 1, and then you can Synchro Rumble it back if you just hard open this card, and then you can at least go for like Heretic Seals. So yeah, it's just a card to pick up. I don't think it's very expensive at all. The next card is going to be Crimson Dragon. This one is going to be played because you can make it essentially. We're going to have level 12 Synchro access with the Blue Eyes White Dragon or like one of the other like level 8 Blue Eyes cards, plus Neo Kaiser Seahorse, which is a level 4 tuner, so we can just make this guy straight up. And then this one is going to tag into either Stardust Cypher Divine Dragon or Cosmic Blazar Dragon, or if you have some other level synchros, you can make those too. But we're going to have the big Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, which is going to be level 12, so we're going to be able to tag out Crimson into one of these Omni Negate guys, which is going to be pretty strong. Yeah, so I would pick up Crimson and then pick up whichever one of these you want to be playing. I think Cypher is going to be pretty expensive right now, and I think Blazar is relatively cheap. Okay, other cards we can pick up for the extra deck. We have level 7 Synchro access. We have Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. This is not a bad card. We also have Virtual World QB Shen Shen, so only a couple cards lock you into dragons for the turn. This one's just a level 9 Synchro that we can make actually at the end of our turn. If we have like a level 1 tutor plus a Blue Eyes White Dragon, say we're going to like combo off for a while, and then we have Primite Lordly Load to just summon out a Blue Eyes, and then we have an extra level 1 tutor, so we can just combine those into a Shen Shen. Yeah, Lordly Load says you can't activate special summon monster effects, but this doesn't have any effects that activate. It's just like a floodgate. So I think this is an interesting extra deck piece that we can use when we're not locked into dragons. I think only one of the spell cards locks you into dragons. The Link 1 locks you into dragons, but only while it's on the field. So that's not a big issue. Yeah. So just something to keep in mind. And then the most expensive card on this list, unfortunately, Dragon Master Magia. This one is only in Quarter Century Secret Rare. It's like $2,000. Don't worry about this realistically, like whatever. But I just want to let you know that you can play this card. It is playable. If you have it and you're lucky, let it rip. But yeah, it's just a card that could be played. Or if you're playing online, you can play this card. So that's probably more relevant. One more card. It's not something you have to pick up now because it's not out yet in TCG, but we have this card, Dragolithia Kunzite. This card basically can send a Blue Eyes from deck to grave to special summon itself, and then when it goes to the grave, you can revive a Blue Eyes from your graveyard. So this card is pretty sweet. It's a V-Jump promo, only in OCG right now. It's not coming out in the structure deck yet. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's just something to look forward to. So I just wanted to bring your attention to that as well. Let me know if I missed any cards in the comments section below. Let me know if you're excited to play Blue Eyes or if you're like whatever about it. Personally, I'm whatever about it. I'm not going to play this deck. Primite is too expensive to play this. This deck I don't think is as good as Ryzeal or Malice. So I really don't have any reason to play this. So yep, that's my take on it. Let me know what you think. Are you going to play the deck? Let me know below. Leave a like, sub to the channel. We'll catch you in the next one. We'll see you soon.